Welcome, my dear students. Today, in this lecture, we are going to see the concept of linking and loading. So, this is the fourth lecture of Unit 1. The paper we have computer programming through C, and the code of the paper is 1600302. This lecture is prepared based on SBT syllabus. So the content of the today lecture, in this lecture we are going to see about the definition of linker, types of linking. In this we have three: linking process, linking loaders, linkage editors. Then we will see definition of loaders, basic functions of loaders, and types of loaders. Finally, my dear students, we will see the difference between linker and loader. So this is the step how our program execution takes place. So in this we are going to see the flow of our translation hierarchy. So here is the C program. C program, as we know that we are using compiler as a translator. Then again assembly level language program, that is called the second generation computer using the assembly language program, and the translator or the translator we are using as an assembler here. After that, the concept of linker we are using. This linker is used to link the machine level language module and library routines together, and finally we will get a executable file that is called machine language program. That program will be loaded to the memory by using the concept of the loader. Dear students, if we see this these four concepts are using in program execution. Translator, here compiler and assembler is acts as a translator. Linking means we are going to be link or we are going to be merge the machine language module and library routine to make the program into executable program. Once the program will become executable, then that can be allocate this or load into the memory. So reallocation means we are going to be allocate the space in the memory for the program. Once the program is executed, then it will be load to the memory by using the concept of the loader. Now we will have a definition of linker. So dear students, it's a process of merging many object modules to form a single machine language program. Here please make a note, it's a process of merging many object modules. So why to form a single machine language program? That is called linking. See here, as I told you, many object modules. So we have three modules here. So these three modules are what we are going to be linked together, merged together, and make it as a single machine language program, that is called executable program, right? So linking is a process of binding an external reference to the correct link time address. So dear students, it's a software which is used to combine two or more separate programs and supplies the information which needed to allow reference between them. So this is the concept of the linker. I hope it is clear. This figure exactly defines the concept of the linker. Here we have three modules. These three modules is linked together and convert into executable program by merging with the what modules or library routines, right? Now we will have a types of linking. So we have a two types of linking, static linking and dynamic linking. So we will see one by one. So static linking takes input as a collection of relocatable object file. Please make a note. It's taking static linking taking input as a object files and command line argument. Then it produce as a output as a executable program object file that can be load and run on the computer. So dear students, static linking taking input as a object files and command line arguments and produce output as a executable object file. That file can be load and run on the computer. Next, we will have a dynamic linking. So, as dynamic linking provides a powerful and high performance way to extend the function of the program. The first point says that, for example, just I want to give a more clarity in this point. As we all using the Microsoft Windows, and this Microsoft Windows using the concept of a dynamic linking extensively. That means sometimes if any file missed in the operating system, then the error will be displayed that your DDA file is missing. For example, if your computer is affected with the virus and unfortunately some files are missing, then while opening your system you will get a pop-up window, and in that window it will be so that your DDA file is missing. DDA file is nothing but it's a dynamic linked library files. So this concept mainly used in the Microsoft Windows. The next point says that this dynamic linking means program can bind two libraries as the programs are running, loading libraries in the middle of the program execution. So dynamic linking means it's a program are running, loading libraries in the middle of the program execution. Now here is a linking process. If we see this image, it's clearly explained that linker means what? It's merging the object files or programs or modules here. See here, this object files, this is the shared library, this is the normal libraries, this is the linked load map, then executable file, then debug symbol file, controls files. These all are coming to the linkers, and linker will what do? They will linked, they will merge all these files together and make a single file that is called as a object program executable file. Clear? So this is the concept of the linker. Now we have linkage loaders. As I told you during the content of today's lecture, we are going to see the types of linkers. So here we have a linking loaders. So linking loaders perform three basic points. The first point says that it's used to relocation operation. That means it's using for reallocation operations. And second point says that automatic library search. So linking loaders is also used for automatic library search. This is the library files where all the object file will be there. Then this object programs, this both can be linked together by the linking loader, and finally it will be allocated to the memory. Now the loads and linked program directly into the memory for the execution. That means loads the linked program, this is the linked program, directly into the memory for what purpose? For the execution purpose. Now linkage editors. So we have some performance by the linkage editors here. So linkage editors can perform many useful functions. Beside its main function, what is the main function of performance of the linkage editors? to prepare an object program for execution. This is the main function of the linkage editor. So next point says that resolution of external reference and library searching are also performed once. Third point says that simple relocating loader can be used to load the linked version of a program into memory version of program into memory. That means, my dear students, a linkage editor is used to load the linked version of a program into memory version. Means the linkage editor is used to relocate the executable program into the memory for the execution. Now here we can see we have a two image, and this two image, by the help of this two image, I want to give the clear pictorial representation, the difference between linkage editors and linking loaders. Now see here, this is the linking loaders and this one is called linkage editor. Then what is the difference between these two? By the help of this picture, we can say that pictorial representation. Here we can see library file is there, objects program is there, both are linked, and that after the program will form, and that linking loader, what they will do, directly load to the memory. That is the part of the linking loader. But in the case of the linkage editor, what they are doing, library and the programs both are linked together by using the concept of the linkage editor. Then a program will be relocating into the memory by using the concept of the loader, and finally it will be loaded to the memory. So by this image I try to give a better explanation about the linkage editor and linking loaders. Now the definition of loader. So loader loads the referred sources or file after being linked to refers via a linker during the execution of programs. So what is the main function? Loader is used to load the executable program into the memory. So in other words, we can say that it's a program which accepts object program, prepare this program for the execution by the computer and initialize the execution. So it's a program, as I told you, what they are going to do, which accept the object program and prepare this program for execution purpose and initialize for the execution also. That is the work of the loader. In other word, we can also say that a unit of input to the loader is known as object program or object module. That means, what is the unit of a loader? The unit of a loader is a object program or object module. So object program and object module is a unit of the loader. This taking the input, and finally what they are going to do, prepare this program, object program, into a executable program. Now the basic functions of loaders, we have four basic functions here: allocation, linking, relocation, loading. So these four basic functions are performed by the loader. Allocation means allocate space in the memory for the program. Linking means it's used to resolve symbolic reference between the object disk. Relocation means again we are going to allocate the space in the memory for the program. For example, adjust all address dependent locations such as address constant to correspond to the located space. What is the located space? Which is assigned during the allocation. Then what is the concept of the loading here? Loading means it's a physically place the machine instruction and data into the memory. That means the executable file can be placed into the memory by using the concept of the loading in the basic function of loader. Now see here, by the help of this picture, I want to explain the basic function of loader. We have a program A and program B. This is the library files. Then by linking using the concept of the linking, program A, program B and the library, these all are linked or merged together, then it become a executable file, and that can be loaded into the memory by using the concept of the loader, and program A and program B is loaded into the memory. Now we have a types of loader. We have a 4 types of loader here: assemble and go loader, that is also known as a compiler and go loader. Then absolute loader, it is also known as a bootstrap loader. Relocating loader, it is also known as a relating loader, and direct linking loaders. So dear students, I have given the 4 types of a loader here, and their other name is also I have mentioned here just for your reference. So sometimes it may be called bootstrap loader instead of absolute loader. So please don't be confused. Now assemble and go loader, it is also known as a compiler and go loader. The characteristics of the assemble and go loader is the object code is stored into memory after assembly. That means once the program is done successfully, then it can be stored into the memory. Now second point says that once the coding is done or assembly program is done, then assembler means translator will be transfer the assembly level program into a machine level program that can be understandable by the computer. Now the advantage, it is simple and easy to implement. Yes. And second point says that execution speed is generally much superior to interpreted systems. So in assemble and go loader, execution speed is better than other. Disadvantage, it's a what says that whenever the assembly program is to be executed, it has to be assembled again. That means after the execution of the assembly program, again we are going to be rearrange or assemble the program. Programs has to be coded in the same language. That means if you are working in the assembly language, we should again code in the assembly language program itself. It is very difficult to handle multiple segments. It says that it's very difficult to handle multiple segments, especially if the source program are indifferent. That means if we have a source program different, then multiple segment can be not handled easily. It will be difficult for the assemble and go loader. Next we have a absolute loader. It is also known as a bootstrap loader. So dear students, when we turn on our computer or restart, a special type of a program or a loader is working, that is called bootstrap loader. I think it is clear for you. When you turn on, that means first time when you start your computer or restart your computer, then the loading will be a start, and that loading is called the bootstrap loading. This bootstrap loads the first program to be run by the computer, usually an operating system. So this bootstrap loader loads the operating system to run the computer. So as I see bootstrap loader, so bootstrap itself begin at address 0. These are the examples I am giving just for your reference. Now absolute loader having a pictorial representation here: main, object file, square root, library, absolute loader. Then finally absolute loader is going to be converted into the memory. So memory, again we have a memory address here. This is the address of the memory. Then see here is a empty space. Here we have full main and here a square root. So these are the address of the, so main we have a address 100. So these are this way we are going to be represent the absolute loader. Now disadvantage of the absolute loader. So absolute loader actually load address must be specified. So that address should be specified or clearly explained. Then only the absolute loader can be load the program. Programmer must be careful not to assign two subroutines to the same time. That means in this, if you assign two subroutines at the same time, then overlapping location will be occur. So that is the disadvantage of the absolute loader. Second thing, last point says that difficult to use subroutine libraries. So it's very difficult to use the subroutine library concept efficiently in case of absolute loader. Now relative loaders, which is also known as relocating loaders. So it is also known as BSS loader, that is called binary symbolic subroutine loader. So the main motivation or idea or goal of the relocating loader is to provide the efficient sharing of the machine with large memory when several independent programs are to be run together. That means when several independent programs run together at the same times, then the sharing of memory can be done by reallocating loaders. That means the same memory can be shared with the different independent programs at the same time, and that can be done by using the concept of the relocating loader. So we have two method for relocation. One is called modifying the record, another one is called relocating bit. It is also known as bit mask. Now direct linking loader, this is also known as a program linking. So the goal of the direct linking loader is the length of the segment. We should be considered the length of the segment. Now the list of all external symbols, we should be take care. Machine code translation of the source program and the relative address assigned. That means we should be consider the machine code translation of the source program and relative address assigned. So every machine code there is a relative address. Clear? So in direct linking loader we are using this points. Clear? Now disadvantage of the direct linking, we have two basic points here. So direct linking, the loading process can be extremely time consuming. Why? In one of the disadvantages is loading process can be extremely time consuming. Why? What is the reason? Why? Because every time we have to allocate, reallocate, link and load all the subroutines to execute a program. That means every time we have to do all the four basic functions of the loader. Second point says that though smaller than the assembler, the loader absorbs a considerable amount of space. That means the loader can use some amount of space in the memory. So that is one of the disadvantages. Dividing the loading process into two separate programs, a binder and a module loader can solve these problems. So how we are going to be overcome on these problems? By using the concept of the binder or module loader. So by this way we are able to be efficiently use the space of memory. Now we have a difference between linker and loader. So here I am giving just 2 points, 1 point for the linker, another point for the loader, to just make you more clear about what is the basic difference between linker and loader. The linker says that it's a program that takes one or more object generated by the compiler, combine them into a single executable program. Dear students, already I told you, linker take as an input object which generated by the compiler, combine them with a library or subroutine to form a single executable program, and that is the concept of the linker. That means we are going to be merge it. It's a process, it's a program. What we are going to do? To merge or to be linked together the object file with the subroutine and to make it into a single executable program. That is the concept of the linker. Loader what says that it's the part of the operating system, yes, that is responsible for loading program from executable into memory, preparing for the execution, then executing them. Just consider as example of the Microsoft operating system. Microsoft operating system what? It's a example for the loader. When we turn on our computer, the loader will be starting the using the operating system, loading the operating system. that is executable file that comes under the bootstrap loader. So loader says that it's a part of the operating system which is responsible for loading program from executable. Who is responsible for loading the program? Loader is responsible for loading the program from executable into memory. So loader is responsible to load the program from the executable into the memory for the execution or running of the system. So these are the two basic difference between the linker and loader. Just see here the role of loader and linker. Source program, then assembler. Assembler is nothing but it's a translator that translate the source program into object program. Then object program again using the concept of the linker merge with the subroutine and it's become a executable code. That is nothing but it's a machine language program and that can be load to the memory. So these are the role of the loader and linker in our computer. I hope my dear students it's clear for you. So just for your reference, this I have given some YouTube link and the book I mentioned here. Kindly just visit this link and refer this book. It will boost up your knowledge. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next video lecture.